Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about a massive upgrade happening in the world of AI. It's a shift from AI as a simple assistant to AI as an autonomous manager. This is all about the rise of something called Agentic AI.
So, let me just start with a question for you. Think about how you use AI right now. Are you basically giving it a super detailed step-by-step to-do list? Kind of like you're talking to an intern who needs their hand held for every little thing? Well, you should know that a really fundamental change is happening in how all of this works. We're moving away from just giving simple commands and starting to outline a much bigger, much more autonomous vision.
And here's the crucial point. It's this huge leap from just following instructions to actually understanding a final goal. So instead of telling it how to draft an email step by step, you just tell it what you want to achieve with that email. Like secure a meeting with this person.
Okay, so let's dive into the analogy that really makes this whole concept click. It's basically the difference between hiring an intern versus relying on a senior manager.
This comparison just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got your basic AI agent. That's our intern. You give it a very specific task, order 50 lunches from restaurant A, and have them here by 12 p.m. And it does exactly that, no more, no less. But on the right, that's the Agentic AI. That's our senior manager. You just give it a goal, plan next week's company luncheon, and then it handles everything. Researching vendors, managing the budget, figuring out dietary restrictions, the whole shebang, before it brings the final plan back to you.
So, how does this AI manager get so smart? How does it do all that on its own?
Well, the secret is its ability to actually think for itself, using planning and reflection.
The secret sauce here is this new capability called planning and reflection. This isn't just about doing a task. It's about the AI creating its own strategy, acting on it, and then, and this is the critical part, assessing the outcome. It's literally asking itself, okay, is this working? Do I need to find more information? And if the path it's on isn't getting it to the goal, it can change its own strategy, all without you having to step in and fix it.
And this creates this amazing continuous loop. The AI plans its move, it acts, it reflects on the results, and then it revises its own strategy based on what it just learned. This cycle just keeps repeating, and that's what allows it to navigate these really complex, multi-step problems completely on its own.
Now let's take this a step further. If one Agentic AI is like a manager, what happens when you get a whole group of them working together? Well, you get something that looks less like a single employee and more like an entire autonomous department.
This is what's known as a multi-agent system. In this setup, you have a big, large language model, an LLM, that acts as the central brain, right? The coordinator. And then you have these individual, specialized agents that are the hands and the feet. Each one is focused on its own specific piece of the puzzle, but they're all working together toward that one shared goal.
Here's a perfect example. Let's say you're trying to create a big report. You could have a writing agent to draft the actual content, a layout agent to design the visual presentation, and then a proofreading agent to check for any errors. But here's the cool part. They don't just work in a straight line. They can actually collaborate, critique each other's work, and keep refining the final report together until it's absolutely perfect.
Okay, so this all sounds pretty incredible in theory, but what does it actually look like out there in the real world? Let's zoom in on education, because this technology could be a true game changer there.
For a school principal, imagine their task is to organize a massive school-wide STEAM week. Instead of spending weeks in meetings trying to coordinate everything, they just give the Agentic AI the goal, and then it takes over. It autonomously pulls all the department curriculums, finds opportunities for cool cross-subject projects, emails teachers for their input, adjusts the plan based on their feedback, and spits out a final detailed schedule. It's basically project management on autopilot.
Now, let's bring this down from the principal's office and right into the classroom. Picture this, one teacher standing in front of a class of 30 students.
For that teacher, this is where Agentic AI is an absolute game changer. It's like having a 24/7 team of teaching assistants, one for every single student. It monitors each kid's progress. If it sees someone is struggling with a concept, it automatically finds personalized exercises to help them catch up. It can even notify parents and flag the issue for the teacher. We're talking about truly personalized learning at scale.
And all of this leaves us with a final, really important question we need to think about. As these AI systems evolve from being simple tools we command into being autonomous partners we collaborate with, our own jobs are going to change a lot. We'll probably move from being taskmasters to being strategists. We'll be the ones setting the goals and letting our new AI partners figure out the best way to get there. So the real question is, are we ready for that shift?